Alright, let's do this. Yo, Trigger, thanks for the good luck. How's it going? We're doing cheese running today. This is the absolute easiest possible thing. Just completely ignore all the challenge this game has to offer and just do it fast. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. Oh god. Ah, I hate these bombs. Jeez. I hope my capture card doesn't die. Because I remember that one time I tried to do speedrun of pretty much the same thing, but in PGR4 my capture card died halfway through, and I never got around doing it again. So I hope I actually can finish a run. That would be cool. I gotta say though, I do generally like PGR3 more than PGR4. So if I wasn't able to finish this run, I would consider actually doing a second one. I'm already lapping you guys. That's nice. I'm not sure, I dabbled into speedrunning PGR4, but never this game for some reason. Real time, please. Yeah, I'm wasting so much space on my one monitor that I have left for doing stream stuff. It's like when I play on Xbox 360, one of my two PC monitors gets used for the console, like as a TV. So I only have one monitor left, and so much of the space on that one monitor is getting wasted because I have the stream preview open, because I want to make sure that if my capture card dies, I can see as soon as possible. Oh, game's drowning me out. Interesting. I made it really quiet. Okay, I'll fix it after this race. I was under the impression I made it really quiet, but okay, I can adjust it some more. But yeah, this is probably just gonna be like 4 hours or something of like chill racing like this. But see, I have no idea how good like Viper's world record is of this. So I don't know if I have any chance of beating that, or if I'll be like an hour behind or something. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah. I should probably like adjust my weight with speaking until I adjust my volume. Also rip that guy. Alright. That's probably... Is that better? Well, there's no actual like game audio right now, so it's probably hard to tell, but I did lower the game audio. Yeah. Speed challenge. This event is gonna be very quick. But yeah, I use a different car than Viper. The car Viper used is the Ferrari F50 GT, which is a better car than the one I use. But the Ferrari has horrible handling and I can't stand driving it. And this car is also really good. And it actually has grip, so that's really fun. This car is super fun to drive, so I deliberately chose a little bit of time loss overhead to have a car that's more enjoyable for me. Because I don't really want to do this whole run with a fucking Ferrari that I can't stand. So, yeah. But yeah, how's the audio now? I hope it's better. It looks pretty quiet on OBS, so it's probably, hopefully good now. Cone challenge. Too quiet now? Alright. I'll increase it a little bit again. Okay, I have to get some points here. So I can't just completely ignore the cones, but I don't need a lot of points, so like probably enough if I get some. Yeah, I already basically got enough here. Car got louder. Okay, so it's fine now. So I can leave it like that. Right, we made it past the first two cups already. In less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's true. Engine sounds always pretty loud in games. Yo, Pendulum, how's it going? I completely botched that turn. But yeah, this car that I'm driving, I really like that car. It's the roof supercar concept. Oh my god, I completely forgot how this turn works. Okay. Holy shit, dude. Let's not do that again. Yeah, this is the roof supercar concept, which I just smacked into the wall at full speed. It's one of the unlockable concept cars, and I really like that car, and I've been using it for most things in my casual playthrough since I unlocked it. And I did go for all the platinum medals in the career mode, and I used this car for most things, so I figured I'd just stick to this for the speedrun, even though it's not 100% optimal, but I don't care. I'm doing this for fun right now. And once I'm done doing this for fun, maybe I'll do it for beating the world record again or something. We'll see how much I enjoy playing through this. Y'all are too slow. Holy shit. That's what I get for doing on novice difficulty. Oh yeah, I've seen the vinyl reprints. That's pretty cool. Yo, Arcania, how's it going? I'm too slow. I just lapped everybody else in a race that takes 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't buy vinyl anymore. So I'm not like super interested in getting those, but they look cool. They're definitely cool to have if you're interested in vinyl. I'd be way more interested if they made new releases of the CD, because this is what I collect. But hey, I get it. Like everybody wants vinyl. No love for the good old CD. Oh, you were referring to the other cars. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they are too slow. I thought you just kind of said that as like a meme coming in to the stream. I didn't realize it had any connection to any gameplay. Isn't a full soundtrack, but it's a picture disc. Interesting. There's like different, like there's also like CDs of all the Sonic soundtracks, and for for SA2 and SADX there's different editions. You can get CDs of. There's like one edition that's like just one CD. That's like all the like the game's main theme and the character main themes and that kind of stuff. Like the main most memorable songs, like basically a best of, like the biggest songs that like that play as character themes and all that. And then there's the other version, which is called I forgot what the one that's just the character themes and stuff is called, but there's the other one that's called the multi-dimensional Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack, and I think the one on SADX is just called Sonic Adventure Soundtrack or something, or Sonic Adventure Official Soundtrack. Like no fancy name or anything, but the one for Adventure 2 is called Multi-Dimensional Sonic Adventure 2 Soundtrack, and it's got all the stage themes and all the cutscene themes as well. And it's 2 discs. So I actually have a copy of that one, the 2-disc one of SA2. But it's not the original release. It's like I'm not sure if it's like a bootleg, but it's like not the very official release. Like mine is kind of like from a um different label, and I'm not sure if it's like actually like an illegal bootleg or anything, or if it's just like a different release. But yeah, it kind of looks like a bit cheaper than from what I've seen from the like quote-unquote actual version of that CD. But yeah, whatever. I do have a CD of that, and it's pretty cool. I enjoy having it. I believe like the vinyl versions of that release is also just like the character themes, right? Because like if it's a single vinyl, you're not gonna fit all the stage themes on there. Like they needed 2 whole CDs to fit the stage themes, and a CD can fit almost twice as much as a vinyl record. So oh, it's 2 vinyls. Oh yeah, still 2 vinyls versus 2 CDs. So it's probably, yeah, it's still not gonna be the full soundtrack. One vinyl is Sonic colored, one shadow colored. Yeah, okay, this is the same like split as they did on the multi-dimensional soundtrack. There's also like one hero side and one dark side CD. But yeah, they probably not gonna have like all the stage themes on the vinyl soundtrack. Because I think like a vinyl record, like one side at most fits like 25 minutes. That's like 50 minutes for the whole record. And a CD fits like 80 minutes. So that's like almost twice as much. Not quite, but almost. Only has Prison Lane from Tails and Cosmic Ball from Eggman. Yeah. Like, just like the best of the soundtrack, basically. But yeah, I've seen some pictures of those. They look definitely really cool. If I was like still collecting vinyl, I'd be all over these. And with all over these, I mean I'd probably be very longingly looking at pictures of them, but not actually buying them because they're really expensive. Sonic 06 vinyl? Yeah, that'd be cool. I want the Sonic 06 CD, but all the CD albums are like so hard to find, most of them. And they're so expensive. Oh shit, Speedruns Live. Thank you very much for the raid. Hi everybody, I'm Nimpets and I currently play Project Gotham Racing 3, and this is not a super serious speedrun. I'm just kind of like chilling, playing through the game on the easiest difficulty as fast as I can. Yeah, not a super serious run. But yeah, if you're up for some racing gameplay, welcome everybody. Yeah, so there's basically, this is NG+, so I already have everything finished. So I'm just doing every event in order. And I do it on the easiest difficulty because that's the most consistent and the fastest. So I don't have to like be super specific here on the cones, for example. But yeah, I just started. This is my first time trying out this run. Again, nothing super serious, but just kind of like, oops. Just kind of like chilling, playing game for a bit. And immediately screwed up the menuing. That's fantastic. But yeah, this is not what I stream most of the time. Usually I stream Sonic stuff. But I do like doing games like this every once in a while. So yeah, what was going on Speedruns Live? Hope you all had a good stream. How many points do I have? Yeah, I got almost enough, so I'll just do like one more small combo here and try to get that, and that should be fine. Yeah, we got enough. Hey, PJ Almighty. Underrated game. Yeah, it's a really good game. I like it a lot. It's just like the PGR games, I think, have a really good balance between like just like fun arcadey racing and like some degree of realism with like a huge selection of real life cars and real locations. Is pretty cool. And then if you over the last couple days, I completed the game on all hardest difficulty for all events, which was very difficult. So like it's got a good challenge. If you're looking for it, but yeah, right now I do everything on the easiest difficulty, just for speed. Played this game a lot when I was young, and recently had the urge to revisit it. Off to Manhattan Time Trial. This is gonna be the first Time versus Kudos event. So Kudos are these points you see in the top right corner of the screen. You basically get them for cool driving, like good cornering, good drifting, and all that stuff. And Time versus Kudos events are basically, you have a timer ticking down, and while you're getting kudos, the timer gets paused, and like that you have to make it through the track, basically. It's probably not the case here on the easiest difficulty, but on the harder difficulties, then obviously you have like a whole track to drive, but then like it's a time limit of like 20 seconds, so you have to be really good at like drifting through the track and stuff to get a lot of kudos to get through. Don't remember any of it. Yeah, it was kind of the other way around for me. I was like, when I was young, I played PGR2 and PGR3 a whole lot. And then I was super hyped for PGR4, and I did also play PGR4, but it was kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't so hype about that one anymore. It's a good game, and I enjoy revisiting that one as well. But I don't know, it lost a little bit of like the kind of like arcadey fun vibe of 2 and 3 that I liked so much. I'm not sure how exactly, but I just didn't enjoy it that much anymore. Still a very good racing game though, but it's not like nothing I hold particularly close to my heart or anything. Whoops. I wish they'd make more of those games, but yeah, this series is unfortunately pretty dead. Like, this is Xbox 360, the last one was PGR4, so yeah, there's nothing coming anymore. Maybe one day they'll revive it. Downtown Showdown Cup. Oh, we're in New York on the bridges now. So the car I picked for this whole run, well, I could technically switch between the cars between races, but I don't really feel like doing that because that's extra menuing time. And this car handles super well, so I don't really want to switch. This car looks like it's not super fast, it doesn't look super beefy or anything, but it does accelerate really quick, has excellent grip, and I think it still has a top speed of like 350 or something like that. Which isn't as high as it can get, so we'll definitely lose some time on stretches like this one. Compared to like what other cars in this game could do, like the Koenigsegg or something like that. You go way over 350. But I think this car is a very good compromise. Because it does handle kind of like an F1 car. It's super grippy, it gets around corners really well. It's a ton of fun to drive. And it still has like pretty good speed, even though it doesn't really look like it. This car kind of looks like one of those like really lightweight but low-powered sports car, like a Lotus or something. Like, it doesn't look like super beefy, like a car that could make like way over 300, but it goes pretty fast. Yeah, struggling to get the 350, but it's enough, it's fine. So, so far there is one other run of this category by Viper, or his Twitch name, the BPG13. It's, I believe, 3 hours and 36, something like that. I think 3:36. And I'm not sure how good the run is. It's not his only run, so I checked out the run earlier to just see what's going on. And he did a run before that, so he's done at least 2 runs of it and improved once. So I don't know if it's like any optimized, if I have any chance of beating it or anything, but we'll see. Hey, Viper! There you are. 3:36, yeah. So yeah, Viper used the Ferrari F50 GT. I mentioned this at the start of the run, but at the start of the run nobody was here, so I'll mention it again. The Ferrari F50 GT is faster than this car, but I do not like the handling of that car at all, and I figured I'd pick this car over it, because like this I actually gonna have fun throughout the run. And it will probably also cause me to crash less. So that's nice. Yeah, when I did the all platinum medals, I was using the Roof supercar that I'm using right now for most things, but occasionally I did switch to the F50 GT for like some time challenges that I just couldn't make with the roof. Like there was some like time attack challenges on Nordschleife later on that on platinum difficulty were super tight and I couldn't quite make with the roof, so I switched to the F50 GT for that. And I couldn't make it with that car, but I did not enjoy playing it because it's just like super slippery. And that car just feels like it has way too much power for its own good. And it's really hard to control. Thanks for the host, Viper. I love like these combo bonuses you get, like in the top right corner at the kudos, like the yellow text. Right, the last time it popped up, it said scorching, but it's really funny. It's like the when there it is, scorching. It's like it reminds me of when of Sonic Colors, if any of you know that game. When you do like trick combos, you have this announcer in this really stereotypical, hyped up announcer voice. Good, great, awesome, amazing, outstanding. And all you do is like press A repeatedly. So it's like, that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting from this. Hey duty dudes, how's it going? This game doesn't have a funny announcer though, unfortunately. I gotta make a conscious effort to not bonk the wall every time I drive through the section throughout the run. Because that section looks simple, but it's like it's got a really bumpy ground and you've gotta be really careful to not pinball all over the place. And we're gonna revisit that section a lot of times in the run. Ballistic! Hell yeah. Any of you feeling ballistic today? Screaming! What's HDCP? Streamed for 45 minutes and gave up? What were you streaming? Sorry to hear it didn't go well. You're feeling very ballistic? You're a little under ballistic today, screaming you can do at least something. High bandwidth, digital content protection. So it's like a copyright protection thing, or what? What is that? Because what Viper said sounded like capture card issues, but I don't have super much time to read chat closely, so I might have missed something. So my apologies if I'm talking nonsense. Jumping was being weird and was really inconsistent. Internet was dying again. That sucks. Oh, okay, I see. So it's like a mechanism that prevents you from capturing stuff, I guess. I never had a PS3, so I've never heard of that before. That sounds really annoying. Finicky with capture cards, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I had no idea the PS3 was trying to not get captured. Wait, what is this? Time versus kudos. I should probably pay attention what event type I'm doing. But the on easy difficulty, the time requirements are probably so easy to get that you don't even need to get any kudos. I can probably just autopilot through this whole thing. The only things I have to pay a little attention to is probably like the drift challenges and the cone challenges, because like they're obviously very easy as everything else on novice difficulty, but I still have to do something to complete them. I mismenued. I swear I tipped up on my analog stick. Come on. Screen would blank for 5 seconds. That sounds like a very good gaming experience. Screaming, scorching, ballistic. My favorite of these hype texts is screaming, because it's like, you know, when on Twitter like somebody posts a meme and then somebody replies like, delete this, I'm screaming, and some key smashes or something. This is also what I'm thinking of. Yeah, exactly that, dudes. I'm screaming, delete this, and then it's like a picture of some anime character holding a gun at you. This is the ultimate experience. Wonder how hard it is to emulate? I have no idea, actually. At the very least, you can probably go back to PGR 1 and 2, which are on the original Xbox. I'd imagine that's easier to emulate than 360. Yeah, exactly, dudes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about emulation. I've never heard of anybody trying to emulate this game, but it's not really anything I particularly pay attention to. So I don't know if it runs well on emulator. But could be worth a try. I believe PGR3 was probably pretty early in the Xbox 360's lifespan. So I don't know. Maybe it'll emulate pretty well. I don't know. But yeah, they're really good racing games. Like if you enjoy like just some fun arcade racing with like lots of like real life cars and tight driving challenges, which if you're not good at actually playing the game, you can just make them basically free, which is what I'm doing right now. If that's any interesting to you, definitely give this series a shot. It's like in that kind of like subgenre of racing games. This is like um, it's like one of the best and most iconic games, I would say. PGR2 is, I believe, like one of the most popular racing games on the original Xbox. And every single PGR game I played as a kid. I'm like an OG PGR fan. I was there from the beginning and I played every game. Actually, no. I was not there from the beginning because the series started on the Dreamcast with Metropolis Street Racer. I did not play that as a kid. I'm a fake fan. I've been exposed. I'm sorry. That's so sad. I do have a copy of Metropolis Street Racer now though, but I didn't play it much because it's basically just PGR but not as good. It was like kind of like a really unique fancy game for its time, but like from today's standards it doesn't hold up as well. It's got like some real weird design peculiarities from what I've seen. Okay, drift challenge. I have to drift. Grew up on PlayStation, yeah. My first console was a PS1. But then with the release of the original Xbox, my dad switched to that, so that's what I grew up on, like first the... I have a 15... Okay. Jeez, I had a 15 kudos target. I almost missed it because I'm just a fucking clown. Yeah, my dad got an original Xbox when that came out, and after that then 360. Hey Pixel, how's it going? Yeah, this is like I'm doing kind of something different today. This is not what I regularly stream. I still mostly stream Sonic, but I felt like playing this today. Because even though I don't stream games like this all that much, they're like a huge portion of what I play casually, so it's nice to play them every once in a while. Okay, another cone challenge. Yeah, I don't know, PGR is kind of like a meme speedrun because you just cheese everything, but hey, it's... somebody's gotta do it, right? And if it's content for one chill stream to fill, then hey, I'll do it. Maybe even 2. Maybe I'll go back to this game. Who knows? Should finish this combo. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I mentioned earlier I got all platinum medals in casual play, and like the point requirements for the cone challenges on platinum are ridiculous. You basically gotta keep one combo through the whole track, and it's super difficult. But yeah, I eventually, after like a lot of getting angry at video games, I eventually got the hang of it, and I sort of was able to do it, but they all took me pretty long. My estimate, sub 4 hours. So the only other run on the leaderboards by Viper, BPG 13, is 3:36. I'm not sure if that's a run I can beat or not, but since I have no reason to believe otherwise, I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna be slower than him. So my estimate is like 4 hours. Yeah, this game isn't super long for like any percent. And the fact that this is New Game Plus shortens it quite a bit as well, I think. I don't actually know how exactly the progression works if you do it new game. If you need to have any like difficulty requirements to progress or anything. I don't think you do, but the fact that in New Game Plus you can just like pick a fast car right away and just do everything definitely makes it a lot faster. But yeah, I don't think that New Game is like that much longer. Because I don't think you need to do... I don't think there's like any requirements for how good of medals you have to get in order to unlock like the next cup or anything. I don't think that's the thing in this game. I should know, I played this game for like the last week or so, but I pretty much already like did everything on gold by default. So if there's like a limit like that, I probably just didn't run into it. But I actually don't think there is one. The only, won't be, rip. The only Midnight Club I've ever played, like, properly, was Midnight Club LA, which I also played on 360, and I believe a little bit on PSP, but I don't remember much of the PSP version. I mostly played 360, when I was like back in school or sometime, like probably like 10 years ago or so. I don't exactly remember, but something like that. I played that game a lot then, and I beat it, and I revisited that game like 1 or 2 years ago, and I didn't like it at all, to be honest. I really liked it when I was young, but like when I replayed it, like man, it just mostly it it, it started out pretty cool, but then pretty quickly it just, for me, it just became mostly like tedious and frustrating. I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me, the game, anymore. Not sure if that's like a common opinion on that game. Like I have no idea how that game was received. Never looked into it. I was always under the impression that it was a well-received game. I'm not sure where that impression comes from. It could be anything, pretty much. Yo, Andy, how's it going? I assume Midnight Club LA is the most recent Midnight Club as well. Because I don't think I've ever heard anything about Midnight Club since Midnight Club LA. But I might have just missed it. Yeah, I'm having fun. Just like a kind of like chill one-off run, I guess. Maybe I'll do another one if there's like ways to improve, and if I'm having fun enough to do it again. So can somebody ban that follow bot thing? Thank you. No worries. It probably would have been helpful if I numbered like the cups that I'm going through, so I have any idea of how far in the game I am, because I have no idea. Like my estimate is like 4 hours, and I'm less than an hour in. But I believe there's like 24, 25 cups, and I feel like I've done more than 5, 6, but I don't know. Sure thing, dudes. Street race. You never, like, if you just go through the menu set quickly, you never see what track it's gonna put you on. It's like a surprise every time. My estimate is hopefully sub 4 hours. But I have no idea, really. There's only been one other rundown of this. And I have no idea if I'm, like, on pace for beating it, or, like, if I have a chance to beat it, or if I'm gonna be way over. I have no idea. The one run that's on the leaderboards is 3:36 by the BPG 13. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll beat that, maybe not. But yeah, I don't think it should take more than 4 hours. Classic Nimrun. I mean, I don't do games like that very often. But yeah, I've done that kind of format before. Long modern racing games. That's good to hear. I'm always kind of like worried they're boring, but I don't know. I like playing these games, so always good to do them on stream from time to time. I've also been thinking of getting back into Need for Speed The Run. That game was pretty fun. That was also like a bit over 3 hours. I was running that occasionally like about 2 years ago. You like repetitive things? I mean, kind of same. Like I enjoy watching racing games. Like just like watching driving is just pretty chill. I think I like it myself, but like I don't really expect this to be too much of like something that attracts a lot of people. But I'm happy if you enjoy it. But yeah, for like a run like this, like 3 to 4 hours is a pretty nice length. I gotta see how Viper BPG 13 wanted to do Forza Horizon 2 more, and he's been doing some work into improving the route on that. I'm kind of like curious to see how he's getting along with that. I hope I can catch next time he does a run of it. And maybe if it intrigues me enough, I do another run of that game. I don't know. I did like one extremely sloppy run with basically no planning of that game, like I don't know, over a year ago, and I haven't touched it since. But I don't know if maybe I see what Viper is doing in that game. And maybe I feel like playing it again or something. I think like the structure of Horizon 2 is way less interesting than Horizon 1. But Horizon 2 is like 2 hours shorter, which makes it much nicer to just play. Hey Paulie, is this Batman? No, it's just named after Batman. No, I can't see the message anymore, but it seems like you already found it. Thank you. Whoops. This is like really tricky coming from this bridge and then having like this slight bend, but you have so much speed there that this slight bend completely throws you off. You have to like slow down a lot more than you think. If you don't like pay close attention, it's really easy to crash there. Yeah, the name of the series is a bit misleading. But the artwork isn't. There's no Batman on the front cover or anything. So if you would see the game in the store, you wouldn't assume it's a Batman game. But like, yeah, the name itself is a bit confusing, maybe. The game's got a Batmobile Easter egg? I don't think so. I think these games literally have nothing to do with Batman. Okay, I need to pay attention to actually, like, finish at least one half-decent combo so I can get the point requirement here. And then once I have one half-decent combo, I can just, like, race and ignore everything. But I do need 300 kudos. That's it now. Okay, I'll finish this one. Easy. Star Wars Racer TAS. Oh yeah, that... what they posted in Discord looked really amazing. I always wanted to see a TAS of Star Wars Racer. I'm glad finally somebody's is doing it. Looks really great. I hope they finish it. Yeah, it really does. Just like the super tight lines in a game that is as punishing as Star Wars Racer is just like really cool to watch. I'm kind of looking forward to when we get to Nordschleife. Because Nordschleife is always a fun mess. I always found it weird though that PGR insisted always on having Nordschleife in them. Because this is a game about street racing, about racing in cities, but then just for some reason they put Nordschleife in there. And it just like, it seems like such an, I don't know, like an obligatory addition. Like, it's like, oh, all the other prestigious racing games have Nordschleife, so we gotta do it as well. That's what it seems like. Like, I don't think it really fits into this game at all. But they just gotta do it because, like, Gran Turismo has it. But hey, I'm not complaining. These events are, like, literally the same time every time because you just gotta wait for the timer to run out. It's the meme track, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's like kind of like an exciting highlight and something you can advertise with. To have Nordschleife in your racing game, but it's like, it doesn't fit into this game at all. Do you race there at night? No, it's daytime. Playing like Nordschleife is always like really weird as well, I think. Like, it's in so many racing games, and And in a lot of, not particular in PGR, but then if you play something like Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport, I don't even know if Forza Motorsport has Nordschleife, but like in Gran Turismo, for example, if you play that and then you have Nordschleife juxtaposed with all these like other real life racetracks, and it's like it's such a weird comparison if you when you compare Nordschleife with like other racetracks, because it's like I know like Nordschleife is like super old and it's not used as a racetrack anymore, and that's exactly what this thing feels like. It's like a racetrack from before they figured out how to make racetracks. Like it's this track is like a rally stage, except like with concrete, and they send F1 cars over it for some reason. It's really wild. Like, I get why this track has such a, like, legendary status. But, like, holy shit, it's such a mess of a track. It's so narrow as well and bumpy. Like, they sent F1 cars over there. It's ridiculous. This course is just fucking bonkers. And then you have these, like, towards the last stretch of the track, there's these, like, two super shitty bank turns in Nordschleife. And they're super shit, because they're, like, bumpy as hell. No, I have not. I don't... As much as I like racing games, but I really don't follow, like, real-life motorsports. Which I guess is kind of weird, but I really... I just like games, pretty much. GTA... GT4... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you told me that. Have you been, like, was the fucking, the Ford Model T or whatever it is, like the fucking Stone Age car that drives as fast as, like, a person walking? Did you drive that on Nordschleife? What's it called? Ford Model T or something? I don't know. Model A? That car's in GT4, right? Model T, okay. Ignored any regulation and went crazy with the design. Just like to break the Nordschleife record, I assume. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if you have the link to the video, can you send it to me in Discord? I'm actually kind of curious now. Or link it in chat as well if you want. If others want to see it. I still have no idea how far through the game I am. And I can't check because checking wastes time. Yeah, you can post links. I don't have any bots or any chat rules that like insta-kick you or anything. Unless Twitch did that by themselves. Like if they introduce some new like moderation tools that default to that setting. If that's the case, I promise I will unban you if you post the link and get banned. Hey, it works, thank you. Ugh. Let me click on that and open that in a new tab. Or add to my watch later to make sure I have it somewhere. Don't forget about it. But yeah, speaking of Nordschleife, I don't mean to brag or anything, but when I did the platinum medal, all platinum medals in this game, the time trial challenge on one lap of Nordschleife, I got that first try. That I felt so powerful. I'm not sure like how hard the platinum requirement for that one is actually, like if it's like objectively super difficult or anything, but just like getting the hardest difficulty on that one just felt really good, like first try. That was super cool. I think the time requirement was like mid 6 minutes or something for like the A-class vehicles. I think I used this car as well. Hey, Bounty Hunter. Is handling in this game sim or arcade-like? It's more arcade. Yeah, it's not super realistic. I personally don't really like sim races, and I really like this game, so yeah, it's definitely a lot more on the arcade side. That might be, now that I think of it, that might be one of the reasons I like PGR4 a little bit less. Because I feel like it's still like mostly arcade, but like on PGR4 I feel like it's a little less arcadey than it was in the previous games. So that might be one of the reasons I am more drawn to the previous titles. No problem. Yeah, I don't really enjoy like super realistic handling all that much. Like, I remember trying to get, like, into Forza Motorsport and stuff, and I never, like, really enjoyed these all that much. Do I like Grid? I played the first Grid, and for, like, a couple hours, when I started playing it, I thought it was, like, the best racing game ever, but then, unfortunately, I got bored really quick. So I never ended up finishing it. Like, I think it's, like, really cool, but it, like, the concept of it is really cool. But, like, it got boring for me really quick. Just really repetitive from what I remember. I don't really know anymore. I don't really remember many details from the game anymore. I just, like, remember when I started playing it, I was like, I thought, like, yo, this is the shit. This is the racing game. And then after a couple hours, I was just like, kind of feel like playing something else now. Overstays its welcome. Yeah, that's seems like about what I seems about my experience with the game. I know nothing about the later Grid games that came out. Never played those, never even really seen much gameplay of them. No idea what they are like. Grid 2 is really good. Yeah, I should probably, like, if I see a copy of that one in a while, I should probably pick it up. Definitely worth a shot. I don't... that game is probably pretty cheap, I think. More variety, that's good. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Next time I go to a game store and I see a copy of that, I'll probably pick it up then. I'm always up for a good racing game. It kind of feels like I'm already, like, halfway through the game, but looking at the time, that can't really be the case. Like, judging from the time, I'm about a third through, but it feels like much more than that. From the amount of cups I've done. Oh well, we'll see in, like, 2 hours, I guess. Or maybe I'll end up beating world record by an hour somehow. Who knows? Unlikely, but who knows? Speaking of Grid, though, another, like, series that I played a lot when I was young was DTM Race Driver, which in other regions was called Tokka Race Driver. It's just the German version was called DTM because that's, like, the big touring car racing series in Germany, so it was branded after that. But in other regions was Tokka Race Driver, and that eventually became Race Driver Grid and then Grid. So I played the predecessor of that series, and I don't know, looking back at those games, they feel like I played DTM Race Driver 1 and 2. I think I also played a little bit of the third one, but I don't think I ever had a copy of that. I think I just played at a friend's place. I really liked them at the time. Looking back at them now, they feel, like, extremely generic, but I don't know, I haven't seen them in forever. So no idea if they hold up. Was on Xbox for me, the original one. The Tokyo courses are so bumpy. Go away. Has anyone here played like Toka Race Driver, any of those games? I don't think they were like super popular. Not as well known as Grid, at least as far as I know, but demo of Toka 2 or 3? Okay. I vaguely remember on DTM 1 the career mode of that game, it actually had like cutscenes and you were a character in like first person interacting with like the world around them with like cutscenes and stuff, which, considering this game was supposed to be like more or less a racing sim, that seems like pretty unique. But they dropped that in DTM 2. Hey Eileen, how's it going? This section right here is super dangerous. Like occasionally if you enter it in a decent angle and then through it don't touch the analog stick at all, you can like bump through it in a straight line and nothing happens, but like occasionally your car just like pinballs all over the place there. Ah, this as well. God damn those Tokyo tracks. Floor is so bumpy, you gotta be so careful on some of these spots. I've had like, on my quest of all platinum medals, I've had like 1 or 2 cases where I was like doing an Eliminator or just like a 3-4 lap street race, and I was just like ahead, and like in the last lap I go over those bumps and my car just like flies off and just flips around, and I just lose like 10 seconds before the finish, and it's really annoying. No! I should probably just like slow down a little, that might help. It's just so hard to tell yourself to slow down, because I know that if I get lucky, I can make it through without slowing down. So why should I slow down at all? See, that was perfectly good. Oh, you guys. scorching. Yeah. I think that guy saved me there. I can't wait until we make it to the tracks that go like the spiral down into the parking garage. That part's pretty fun. As annoying as it sounds, but I kind of like it. There's like some tracks you go on later on that go down like in a parking garage. This slope right there screwed me over so many times. In both directions. The nice thing about this game is that like all these different courses, they all like reuse the same sections from each other. So you don't have to like learn each course individually, but if you like, you just play the game, you just know like all the different sections the course goes through, and then you know how to go through each section without like knowing each track exactly. Hey Dr. Optimal, how's it going? Yeah, I think I'm getting through pretty well so far. I'm having fun. pretty chill run. I might even give like New Game a shot sometime. Like not New Game Plus. Don't think it'll be that much more much longer or difficult. Just like a tad slower because you don't have a super fast car right away. Alright. Actually, I just realized I can check on my splits how much I have coming up. That's still quite a bit, but not that much. I think this is the track that goes into... no, wait, never mind. I thought this was a Tokyo course for some reason. At first this looked like... Because, like, this is a pretty long course, because it's 1 lap and 3-minute target, so... So I thought for a second... Because I just came from the Tokyo course, I thought for a second this was, like, a long Tokyo course, so I was like, oh, this is the one that goes into the parking garage, but no, it's... We switched cities. Also, my splits are messed up right now because I scrolled down and I didn't have enough time to find the correct spot again, so we'll have to wait until the end of this race when it jumps back on its own when I split. Sorry, I don't want to make people busy. This section is really hard. And this corner right here always catches me off guard. It looks like a really slight turn, but it's like really sharp. And I smacked into that wall so many times that I just completely underestimated that turn. Speaking of underestimating turns. That was pretty ugly. Some of these sections on the Las Vegas tracks are like really awkward to drive. This turn right here as well is super brutal if you don't really know it that well, because it looks like it's only a slight bend that you can take with like a lot of speed, but you really gotta slow down a lot there. Alright, careful. Nice, that was clean. There's like a very slight bend to the right after the jump. So you kind of have to adjust for that. And obviously you have to slow down a little bit, because otherwise you just smack into the turn. This right there is where the parking garage is, but this course doesn't go into it. But we'll see it later. I didn't even realize this was time versus kudos until now. I should probably pay attention. But once again, I don't even think it matters, because the time requirement is so easy. Yeah, probably good to be aware of either way, just in case. If I suddenly notice myself, notice I'm running out of time, I know how to fix it. By just drifting back and forth a bunch. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're running out of time here. That bump got me there. This bend right there is also really tricky. It looks like really small on the map, but if you don't slow down for that one, it just smacks you into the wall really bad. Oh god. That's not something you want to do in a concept car. That's pretty clean. At least. One thing this race, I didn't screw up. Oh, God. Hey, we're going in the parking garage. Look at that swirl on the map. I love it. Bumpy road. Goddamn Tokyo roads. They're not made for cars like that. Not at that speed, at least. Whoops. I thought the finish line was before that corner. Alright, a bunch of eliminators. So for our purposes, the exact same as a race. I think one of those is 5 laps though. I'm glad the eliminators in this game are like this, where a car gets eliminated in every lap, and not like in PGR4 where it's like a countdown and the car gets eliminated every 30 seconds, because at least this way it's not an auto-scroller that you just have to wait for the timer to run out. I remember when I did my couple of PGR4 runs of the individual chapters, and the eliminators sure made this a little more dull than it had to be. I really want to play PGR2 again, but it doesn't run on my Xbox 360. I'm not sure if it doesn't run in general, or if it's because of my console. It boots. Like, I can get my Xbox to boot the game, but from there on it's not great. Like, it doesn't render some of the menus, so it just black screens, and then like it freezes when I try to like load into a track. I need to get my hands on an original Xbox again so I can play that game. As well as PGR1, I guess. PGR1, I barely remember anything from, but one thing specifically I do remember, which I very much miss in the other PGRs, is that PGR1 had San Francisco in it, so you could do big jumps over the hills, and I loved doing that. I completely smacked up my cars every time, but it was really fun. And they took out San Francisco on the later games, which I'm very sad about. PGR1 is officially backwards compatible, but so is PGR2, and that one doesn't work for me, so I don't know if it's worth getting a copy of that. Trying to think what other original Xbox games I used to play when I was young. Because now I'm trying to figure out if it's worth getting an original Xbox. I don't think there was all that much actually, aside from PGR. There was Sega GT 2002, but I don't know, I don't think that's that great of a game. Could run Heroes, that's true, but if I wanted to run Heroes, I could do it on GameCube. Because I do have a Wii. And, most importantly, I do have a PS2 and a PC that I could also run Heroes on if I wanted to. Isn't Xbox faster? I don't know, but Heroes uses in-game time anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think in terms of tricks, they're the same. Xbox and GameCube. I don't really know much about Heroes, to be honest. But from what I've heard, I think they're the same. I think everybody just plays on GameCube, mostly because not many people have an Xbox anymore. Like the original one, I think. I think Heroes is backwards compatible as well, but I read there's some issues with that as well. Or something, I don't really know. It's just something I vaguely remember hearing. I need to, like, pay attention to what I'm doing here, because I don't want to look like a complete fool and bonking into every single wall. Gotta make sure I don't, like, completely zone out and just autopilot myself to complete shit here. This is supposed to be a chill stream, but I don't want to, like, embarrass myself. I do want to at least look like I know what I'm doing. Hey, this time I did this turn correctly, hell yeah. Hey, just me, how's it going? Kabu. Oh, finally, an opportunity to use that emote again. Preparing for work, oof. Good luck. Back to bumpy Tokyo roads. I don't know why I'm even looking backwards. It's not like the AI is that dangerous, yeah. It's just like, kind of like a thing I do all the time in racing games. Like every time I'm on a straight stretch, I'll look backwards. Used to be much worse when I was young. I did that literally every time. but now I can control myself a little bit. It was just kind of nice to look at the car from the front and to see what the track looks like in the other direction. I mean, it's not that much that interesting in this game, because in this game you reuse sections of the track in different ways and drive sections in both directions. But on other racing games, where you have like a lot more fixed tracks than in this one, and you would only like go through them in one direction, I would always like look backwards and see what the track looks like in the other direction, and it looks completely different. And I always like looked at it and was super fascinated by it. Never played this game, not even casually. It's a really good racing game if you like arcadey street racing. This is like one of the best games you could get, I guess. But yeah, the speedrun of this game is just kind of like cheesing everything. Because in the speedrun you just want to get through as quickly as possible. So I just do everything on the easiest difficulty. And that basically just gets rid of all the challenge this game has. But it's still some fun driving for like 3 to 4 hours or so. So yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah, it's the 5 lap eliminator. Just as I remembered. It's not that long of a course, at least. Yeah, I think 5 laps is the most this game ever throws at you, which is nice. Like a lot of like other racing games in the late game, eventually they send you like into super long circuit races. Just take like half an hour to complete or something. Glaring at Gran Turismo. And I really like Gran Turismo, but like it sure does get tedious after a while. Yeah, like I get why racing games do that. Well, aside from the fact that they're trying to stretch playtime without adding more content. So obviously adding races with a lot of laps is an easy way to do that for free. Aside from that, they do it like for realism, because that's how real life races go, and also like to, I guess, build up the tension. Because like obviously if you're in a really long race on the last lap, you're like first place, you don't want to like make a big mistake and lose first place and ruin everything, so it gets like pretty scary in that situation. So like in that regard it works. But like, man, if a racing game just like only does that, and just like every race takes like 20 minutes at some point, it just gets like I can't do it anymore at some point. I don't mind it if it's like occasionally a race like that. You know, like having a 5-lap race here. And if it takes like a couple minutes, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. Even longer than that. But like when a game just like super long circuit races and nothing else at some point, it's just... I never finished a Gran Turismo game for that reason. I've honestly got better things to do with my time than just play a single course like for 10 million laps over and over. That's particularly also one of the reasons why I generally prefer like street racing style games over like realistic like racetrack circuit race type of games, because street racing games, including this one, that guy just got eliminated, that looked really weird. He just disappeared. That looked really funny. Uh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like this game as well. Like street racing games like Need for Speed or also this game, they have like other event types that aren't circuit races. So like even if it's just sprint races, but like a race just from point A to point B where you don't do the same thing over and over, and instead just race from one point to another. That's so much nicer than just doing nothing but circuits, I think. Which, you know, like a cool like racetrack circuit race, like, you know, I enjoy that from time to time, but I don't like games that are just that. You don't win, you just manage. You just vanish. Yeah. It's like I've had it before that like I was like, when I played on harder difficulty, I was like in a tight 101 with like another AI car in like an Eliminator, and just was like barely ahead, and you just like see the car vanish on the finish line next. Okay, this is totally different turn than what I thought was gonna come. And you just see the car vanish next to you, and that looks pretty goofy. But like what just happened there was like fantastic, and I've never had that before, because I literally just like bumped into him from behind. And like exactly that moment he got eliminated, so it looked like I just kind of like punted him into oblivion, even though it was just like a slight boop, but it was perfect timing. Yeah, this is something like that only really happens when you play on like super easy difficulty and you like lap the AI all the time. So you can even like lap the second or third place racer. And then you can see them vanish right next to you. Usually on harder difficulty, they're like usually right behind you, so you don't see it as much. Okay, for lap 2, let's remember there are just slight chicanes on the straight. Do not take a right turn or anything. I think I can actually full speed these for the most part. At least with this car I should be able to. Oops, that was tight, but that works. Is there one more? Nope, that's it. I think there's another Las Vegas course that has 3 of these on that straight. Just a tiny S-bends. You can just barely make it full speed through if you're very careful. Or maybe like slight release at most. Yeah, that one's a bit tighter. But yeah, this game is mostly circuits, but not only, which is nice. There's like some street races that are also just like sprints. Like this one is a sprint. And it's got the parking garage noodle I can see. Nice. I like me some parking garage noodle. I'm not even sure if this thing is a parking garage you go into. But like, what else has like a ramp like this? Not a parking garage. Like, you don't have like tight twisty on and off ramps on like a highway like that. It's not a thing. Nobody does that. You only do shit like this on parking garages. Look at this. There's no way this is a highway ramp. But also this doesn't look like a parking garage, so I'm not sure what this is. But I just call it parking garage because I don't know what else to call it. This is kind of like it goes onto a highway though. This is so weird. Do they have highway ramps like that in Tokyo? Has anybody been in Tokyo and can confirm if they have highway ramps like this? That seems very dangerous. That's true, but they're not usually that tight. As far as I know, but I don't know. I don't know a lot of things, so I might be wrong there. Maybe they are that tight. Look at how slow they are. No, I turned off the music to prevent, like, getting my stream muted or copyright striked or anything. This game has a licensed soundtrack, so better not risk it. So it's really good soundtrack, actually. Some bands on there I listen to outside of this game. One that comes to mind is Unwritten Law. But yeah, I don't want to risk playing music on stream, so... And I might also export this to YouTube, and... I remember when I did my first Forza Horizon run, where I did not mute the music. When I exported that to YouTube, the moment it got done processing, I got 72 emails over copyrighted music in the video. Which is something I don't really want to deal with. This game has a really good soundtrack, also like mix of different genres. Really cool. Good racing game soundtrack. Similarly to like Need for Speed and everything. If you like those, you like this game's soundtrack as well. Bumpy roads. Bumpy roads with big statue on it in the middle. Ah. Don't do that. There's only a couple of series left. $30 kudos. Got him. I'll take a break for 30 seconds here. There's not that much left anymore. Especially these speed and drift and overtake challenges go super quick. It's literally just that. 2. Oops, and 3. That the overtake was kind of awkward. Alright, 200. Should be it. Yeah, okay. Now I can ignore the cones for the rest of this. Oh god. Ah, I talked about this earlier. This slope is really mean. Couple of drift challenges, very nice. Those are also quick. Just do one drift and let the timer run out. No! I didn't get it, because I hit the wall. There we go. $60, that's a lot. Right, there we go. How many of these are there? Okay, not as many as it first looked like. Yeah, soon we'll get the Nordschleife. But to get there we have to let a couple of timers run out. After doing a single drift. I like that they translated 360 degrees on that load screen there. I had no idea what 360 degrees meant until I saw the translation in German. I remember this one being tricky to get the platinum medal. That one screwed me up a couple times, because like my car... I play on auto transmission, and my car kept downshifting right before the speed trap every time, and I didn't make the the speed requirement, like, I don't know, a lot of times in a row. But then I switched to a different car and then it worked. Damn. Just barely got it. What if I drive backwards? This better not make me lose the event. Alright. We're good. When I just, on the previous event, said my car kept downshifting before the speed trap, I meant my car kept shifting up, but shifting up loses you speed initially, so that's what I meant. I didn't mean it was downshifting, because if you're accelerating, the car shouldn't be downshifting. Just for the record. Man, I'm so quick. I like misspeak and then like 10 minutes later I notice. That's enough. I've been thinking how reasonable it would be to try to do all platinum medals in a single segment run, but I don't think I could do that. I can beat all the platinum medals eventually, but I don't think I'm good enough at this game to just like consistently beat them to be able to do that and to do all of them in a row. I think that would really kick me in the ass. Especially the cone challenges, like, oh boy, having to do those on platinum in a single segment run sounds really difficult. And very, very scary. Even if you allow yourself to take a couple of attempts, but like, holy shit. Hey, we got Nürburgring. Let's go. That also means we're getting to the end of the game, slowly. Alright, let's go Nordschleife. And we're immediately starting on one of, I find, the most difficult sections of this track. It's like going down this thing with like a lot of speed, and then having to maneuver these turns here on top of the hill. The section is like super tricky, and I'm doing it very badly right now. This is right here the only part that looks like a real racetrack of this course, honestly. Like a modern racetrack that would still be used with like green space next to the track. And not just like a twirly mountain road with walls directly on the outside of the turn that you just slap into and die. Which I believe a lot of people did when they did races on this track. Which is probably why they don't use this track anymore for actual races. Because this track is fucking bonkers. They could do like rally on this track, like WRC. That would be pretty fun. Oh wait, they do like 24-hour races on this, right? Still? But they don't do like Formula 1 and stuff, and like... Ugh, come on, menu. I pressed up. Menu. Like Formula 1 and like anything big, I don't think they do in this track anymore. I don't know, I don't actually know anything about motorsports, I'm just talking out of my ass. I just know that they don't do Formula 1 on Nordschleife anymore. Which seems like a very good call to me. Ballistic. Is that hot lap that's coming up? Is that already the full Nordschleife, or does that come later? I can't remember. Because there's one hot lap or timed run or something that's just one lap on Nordschleife. But I don't know if that's in this cup or if that's coming later. I think it's coming later, actually. I think it's like the 30 lost cup or something. I think they build up your Nordschleife tolerance for quite a while before they send you doing a full lap on it. I'm so glad you can just smash through the menus on this game. Let's see, what hot lap do I have to do here? Actually, this might be Nordschleife. No, it's not, okay. It's just the regular Nürburgring. I think it's the short one as well. Yeah, it's the short one. I think this is the version they do like some smaller touring car championships on. Yeah, Nürburgring Super Series. No. Huh? Okay, I'm confused. Doesn't matter. I'll get to full Nordschleife when we get to it. I'll see when it happens. But yeah, it's probably Nürburgring Super Series then. I don't fucking know. There's so many events in this game, I can't remember all of them. Imagine like living in one of those big cities that are like popular enough for racing game developers to put them into your game. Like imagine like driving past where you live or where you go to work or where you walk around every day, like in the racing game. That would be so cool. Like, man, like imagine if like they made a racing game that has Frankfurt in it. I'd be so hype. Like they should make PGR 5 and add Frankfurt. Cause a pileup outside your door, exactly. Ooh, we can drive the noodle. Again. Okay. Oh, shut that one a little bit. Hey, look on the map, the underground part of the noodle goes over that part that I just drove on. This is inaccurate. It's like the map views the track from below. Very spooky. The person who made the map is like making the map from beyond the grave. This is a PGR creepypasta now. They're Australian. That's a good point. There's actually no Australian city in any PGR that I'm aware of, because the Australians are so busy drawing the maps of the tracks manually by hand that they can't prepare their cities for street racing. Slow down. Don't get me this time. But this turn got me. This turn isn't even hard, come on. Oh shit, this is that Las Vegas track that goes through like every ridiculous band on the Las Vegas map, I think. With a target of 525. I mean, this is the the novice difficulty, so that target is way higher than what the track takes, but still, this is still pretty high, pretty long. Man, if this was Forza Horizon, I'd still have 3 hours to go. Can you imagine? Can you imagine speedrunning Forza Horizon? Would just, like, be barely past the halfway point. Las Vegas has too many U-turns. I think this is the last U-turn, and then that's the lap. Yeah. I just like panicked for a second because I was just like, wait, what do I have to do? But nothing to panic about. We're all good. Nordschleife. Let's go. Wait, maybe that hot lap that's coming up next is the full Nordschleife. This section is the ending bit, I think. And I believe after the ending bit section, you get the full Nordschleife event. Yeah, I think this is next. If I recall correctly. Oh no, okay, we're good. Oh man, I love these complete dogshit bumpy ass bank turns. Oh, I saw a time target of like 9 minutes something. So this looks like the full Nordschleife. Let's go. Let's do this. Yes. Bring it on. Carousel, is that the dogshit bumpy ass bank turn? Like the other one? The bank hairpin? Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Always found like the beginning like 2 minutes of Nordschleife are like the hardest part of this. Like the section that I'm on right now, and like the next that gets a little faster. Everything afterwards isn't too bad, you just kind of like need to keep paying attention to what you're doing. But if you like actually focus and not like zone out and just autopilot, you can get through this pretty well. Scary. Yeah, there's two banked hairpins. There's one that's like 180 degrees, and there's one that's a little less than that. The one that's less than 180 is like all the way at the end. And I think the carousel is the first one that's coming up about 2/3 through the track. It's the 180 degree one. Yeah, the one that's more hairpinny. Which car is this? This is the roof supercar concept. Looks like this from the front. It's my favorite car to use in this game. It's not the fastest, but it is very fast, and it's also got extremely good handling. So it's just like a really good balance, I think. Plus it's still very enjoyable to drive, while still being very fast. I think the official fastest car in this game is the Ferrari F50 GT, but then that one is a pain in the ass to drive. So I chose to not pick that car. That sucked. Hey, the carousel is coming up. Damn, we're already that far into the track. Time flies. Alright, let's do it. 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 Oh my god, dude. Can you imagine they sent F1 cars over this shit? Horrible. I mean, back in the day, F1 cars were built a little differently than they are today, but like, if I imagine like, with like a today kind of like F1 car, it seems like it would just immediately snap in half. They go around the outside? Really? I have like an image in my head where I see them like going like really slow on the inside, but maybe I'm misremembering or mixing something up. But I thought I remembered seeing them going like on the inside really slowly. The inside is death. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, again, just to clarify, I don't know shit about motorsports. Why do they even make a banked turn like that if the inside just kills you? What's the point? It's just like a funny trap for the racers to watch out for. You know, like in Sonic games, like the red spring that's pointed against you. Hey, like why do they make this if it kills you? I'm just shit talking. Don't take me seriously. I'm sure there were good reasons for it. I don't have a lot left anymore, but I don't think I can beat Viper's time. I don't think I can do the rest in half an hour, but we'll see. I used to be like really into motorsports when I was like really young, but it was like pretty superficial, and I never like got like super in on the details. And as I got older, I lost interest, and these days like mostly my interest in cars and motorsports is basically just racing games. This is basically, for the most part, the extent to my engagement with that. I think Nürburgring Super Series isn't gonna take too long. But the one after that is like 3 or 4 Eliminators, which I believe are all 3 laps. So it's not like the worst, but I don't think I can make this before 3:36. The final cup is just one 3-lap race on Nürburgring. I'm going on the outside as well now. I don't want to die. Ah. The other bank turn on this course? Yeah, okay, I thought this one ended before it, but seems like it goes onto the long straight part. Oh, I think that street race at the end of this cup is like a 5-lap Nürburgring or something like that. But if I recall correctly, just the short course question mark? Oh, this is the 5-lap Nürburgring. Okay, never mind. The question about short course or long course still stands there. I hope it's the short one, because it's shorter, but I'm not sure. I can't see on the map yet. Yes, it's the short one, okay. Just gotta wait for the U-turn to get in range. Hey Cal, thanks for the good luck. Just pretty much on the final stretch, the last couple events. I think it's like 7 more events including this one. But thank you for the good luck. I'm still not sure yet if I still have any chance to beat Viper's time, but I don't believe so. That's like 7 events in 23 minutes. That's a bit over 3 minutes per event. That doesn't seem too reasonable. So this is probably gonna be like around the 3:45 range, I guess. Ugh, I hate this S-turn. Oh god. I overshot that one. Quite a bit. Hey, I did the S-bend sort of okay. For once. We did it. Man, I really wish back when I did PGR4 I would have been able to finish my all chapters arcade run or whatever that category is called. I'm like kinda upset I don't have a run of that on the leaderboards, but at the same time I don't feel like going back to it and doing it. I don't know, maybe this run gets me the motivation for it, but yeah. Would have to look like into complete new... into all the different courses again on PGR4. Did I lap him twice? Yeah, that one took a while. I'm not making that 3:36. No way. Unless the remaining events are significantly faster than I remember. How many Eliminators is that? 4. Ugh. And they're all 3 laps, so like they'll take a couple minutes each. And then the final race is 3 laps on big Nordschleife, not Nordschleife, regular Nürburgring, the F1. Oh my god, dude, no! I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Final races, 3 laps. Nürburgring, long course and reverse. Big Nordschleife, oh god, no. I guess big Nordschleife would be Nordschleife plus the F1 Nürburgring course. Gonna be like an extra 2 minutes or so added to it. Just break out into a lap of Germany. Yeah, at that point you might as well. Only 10%. Maybe then we can finally, what I talked about earlier, have the racing game racetrack go through Frankfurt. Or past my house. Which is not in Frankfurt, by the way. I'm not doxing myself. Can't this one end already? Already did the whole F1 Nürburgring. How much of Nordschleife are you gonna have me do now? Okay, that's it. Okay, even assuming 3 minutes per eliminator, which is extremely generous, that would put me at a 3:33 for starting the final race. So yeah, that we're not making that. Hey Justice, it's going pretty good. I'm just like a chill, fun one of speedrun. Nothing super serious. But yeah, it's going well. Getting to the end now. Kabu. Man, like, seeing just me post Kabu earlier made me realize how long it's been since I've streamed a racing game that has cars in it. When was the last time I streamed a racing game that has actual cars in it? The one dreadful time I tried to speedrun Sonic and All-Stars Racing again? I think that was the last time I streamed a game that has cars in it. I did that one stream where I thought about getting back into speedrunning Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Gotta get the name right. But I rage quitted after like an hour, and then switched to Sonic Adventure DX. And I think that was the last time I streamed cars. I gotta do racing games more again. I'm like losing my brand of Sonic and racing games. I gotta like find more racing games like this that you can just kind of like do like chill run-throughs like that just fill like one stream. Oh wait, Burnout Paradise, was that before or after I did All Stars Racing? Probably after. Yeah, then probably Burnout Paradise Remaster was the last time I streamed a car racing game. Horizon 1 race? It's so long. Maybe one day, but it's so long. Like, I've been here 3.5 hours now. If I'm thinking about having to do 2 hours more, I don't know. So long. Actually, more than 2 hours. Assuming I would be able to like time my PB, which I certainly won't be able to do, so it's not like 2.5. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Maybe one day. Well, if it ever urges me again to speedrun that game again, I'll let you know, and then we can do a race. But I don't know when that's gonna be. Less stressing than ASRT. Yeah, ASRT, as much as I love the game, but it's just kind of like overwhelming, I think. The tech in that game is so complex. I know I talked about that a lot. You're probably sick of it at this point, but like ASRT is just like too much for me, kinda. But yeah, I think ASR is really nice, because it's got that, like, really straightforward, super simplistic kart racing appeal. Like, it's just like, ASR is just like, straight to the point. Like, no shenanigans or anything. It's just like kart racing. And nothing else. And I think, even though compared to like ASRT it lacks depth, but the simplicity of it is like pretty appealing, I think. But then also the simplicity leads to a super focus on like extreme optimization, and that can get you pretty infuriated really quickly as well, so yeah. So that's what happened last time I tried running that game. I was just trying to get back into it, but I was like immediately trying to get everything perfectly, and when I didn't, I just got really frustrated, and then I stopped, and, well, I got frustrated, and then I started playing worse and worse, and then I stopped. Oops. ASRT is like playing 3 games at once, and each of these 3 games is like 10 times more complex than the original All-Stars Racing. Like, ASRT is just ridiculous. But yeah, while I'm I'm having fun with this right now. I don't think I'll be returning to this run, because I think this is like the kind of thing that's fun to do once, but would get tedious if you do it more regularly. But I wanna find more games like this where I can just do like a chill run through that fills one stream. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep my eyes open to find games where I can just do like chill runs like this. I think I need this. I like doing stuff like this, and I need to do it more. Gotta like go to the to like game stores more often and pick up some random like Xbox or PS2 racing games more often and see if any of them stick. Cause like I rarely ever like try out new games again. Like most stuff that I play is stuff that I already know. Stuff that I played as a kid and returned to, or stuff that I just happen to stumble into and just keep playing. But I rarely like try completely new stuff anymore. And the easiest type of game for me to get into is racing games, and I just need to like, or not need to, but I want to like play more and just find some chill racing speedruns again. Bomberman Fantasy? Is that a racing game? That doesn't sound like a racing game. No, I mean like, I'm probably like more looking for like games with like actual cars. You know, like kart racing games are cool, but they're, I don't know, they're like a different vibe as a speedrun to me. Like kart racing speedruns are really cool, but they're not chill. Kart racing games are like super stressful and infuriating. This is like the opposite of chill. So I don't think that's the kind of game I'm looking for. Maybe like, I need to play more Ridge Races. Maybe I should get into a Ridge Racer speedrun. Ridge races are pretty fun, from what I've played. I've only played 4, 6 and Unbounded. And Unbounded doesn't even like feel like a Ridge Racer game compared to what I picked up from 4 and 6. So I'm gonna assume that one's an outlier. Actually, Ridge Racer 6 seems really stressful. Ridge Racer 6 was super difficult when I played through that. I'm not sure how the speedrun of that would be. Ridge Racer 4 I think is pretty chill there. Ridge Racer 4, like the speedrun is like super optimized, and obviously it's gonna get really stressful when you're like trying to go for a really good time. Just of how optimized that game is. But like, I feel like just getting into it and just doing a couple runs might be fun. And I don't know, maybe then I notice I'm really good at it and I want to grind it out. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not making promises, by the way. I'm just like kind of rambling. If I ramble like that, please don't ever take anything as a promise, because I always like think about doing a lot of stuff and then never do anything. So please don't like come to me and like, oh, you said you were gonna do Ridge Racer 4 and you've never done it. I hate you now. Please don't do that. Please forgive me. I'm just kind of like rambling, thinking of games that I could try out again. PGR 2, but it doesn't work on my Xbox. Maybe like Gran Turismo Arcade, that might be fun. You know, like the arcade mode, just playing through all the tracks. I've seen some runs of that before. That might be something worth trying out. Like Gran Turismo 3 and 4 I really like, so maybe I should give that a shot sometime. Who knows what I'm gonna do or not do. The last couple of months have been mostly me not doing anything, so yeah. We'll see about any of that. Yeah, if I wanna get the world record, I have to beat the final race in like 30 seconds. I don't think I can do that. The final race isn't super long, even though it's called Endurance Cup, but it's just like one race of it's 3 laps. So it doesn't take that long. The name is kind of like false advertising. But yeah, I got through this run pretty well. At the beginning I thought it was gonna go much quicker. But then eventually later on, as the game gives you more like longer circuit races, it takes a lot longer. But yeah, I'm having fun with this. Was a good run to do. And I think for the most part, I played pretty well. I'm pretty happy with my driving overall. It's not like, you know, exactly as I say that, I go over the grass. Yeah, I'm not like... It's not like super amazing or anything. None of the stuff I had to like pull out for getting the platinum medals in this game, but like I think I played, for the most part, my driving was pretty decent. I didn't make any like super bad mistakes. I didn't like... I mean, I bumped into a couple of walls, but it's not like I crashed every single corner or anything. So like, I got over the lowest bar basically. Hey Sam, how's it going? You're just like catching me on the very end of this, but how are you doing? Yeah, pretty good. Just been like driving cars around for 3 hours, but it's been fun. Yo, Retro 1988, how's it going? Kabu. Alright, final lap. This looks like it's gonna be a 340. So yeah, missing the record by about 4 minutes. But hey, it's fine considering this isn't really too much of a serious run. So I'm happy with that, that worked pretty well. Didn't even get close to the 4 hours. Yo, Viper. You're just catching the end. Welcome back. It's been going pretty well, just missing your record by like 4 minutes, but been pretty good. Been pretty happy with how I played this overall. Time. Yeah, it's pretty chill. I had fun. Glad I did this. Not sure if I'll come back and try for the record. Because I feel like this is the kind of run that would get really boring if you do it a lot. But yeah, I got a run done. I had fun with it. And I'm pretty happy with the time. I had my estimate for like 4 hours. And I got pretty close to your record, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, thank you for the GGs. Trigger, Just Me, Viper, Mr. Strugan. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, I wonder how much of that time loss is, or even if any of that time loss compared to Viper is from the car I've been using. Because I do know in an ideal scenario the F50 GT is faster than the roof supercar concept. But obviously with a car that's easier to control, you're gonna make less mistakes. So that to some degree evens out. So I wonder if I have any better chances to improve this time if I do it again with the F50 GT, but not too bothered about it. Yeah, It's not that big of a difference. Like 4 minutes over the course of 3.5 hours is really not a lot. So that really can come down to like a bunch of small things.